Hey everyone, Brioche here. I'm gonna make this quick, this initial spread. I'm gonna do another one asking the same question. And the question was, why did Foodie Beauty go to, like, what's the real reason that Chantal went to that building? Because I just feel like it was obvious that she was lying when she was pretending like, oh, I just ended up here. Like, really? You ended up at a random place that wasn't a restaurant? Nobody believes you. So I pulled these cards initially wanting to do a short, but the meanings that I was getting from it was just not, I don't know. I'm going to go deeper into it. Obviously, all of this stuff is just conjecture, just reading pieces of, what do you call it, cardstock. So don't take it too seriously. But anyway, if I were to interpret this, I would say, well, first of all, Three of Swords is on the bottom of the deck here. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Four of Cups. And on the bottom, this is Lenormand. And you read them in a different way than tarot. I'll get to that when we get to that part. But we have the Birds, which is number 12, the Cross, which is number 36, Letter, which is number 27, and Key, number 33. So also another thing I want to add about this deck is that a lot of the cards have like a dual meaning. Like the Six of Cups isn't just the Six of Cups, it's also the Lovers. And I have a guidebook here because that was an interesting thing. I forgot that that's what it meant, because I think that this is Salah's energy coming out here. I don't know if he's a water sign. He could be, because the King of Cups would be water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Is he a Cancer? I don't know. It doesn't matter that much, because what it says in the book about that card, let me see if I can find it really quick. Where is he? Here it is. It's King of Hearts, sensitivity and creativity channeled into professional success. What kind of professional success could he be after by sending her there? The Six of Cups is also a choice. So I'll just get to the point. What I was getting from this is that he was in her ear. Maybe he gave her the silent treatment and was like, unless you do this. Oh, look who's on the bottom also. That was another thing that really like made me feel like that was probably him, because this is the Queen of Wands, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And as we know, Chantal is an Aries. And let me see if it has like a dual meaning to it. I haven't used this deck in a minute. I did use this deck when I was pulling for Rosie when she was first kind of like gaining traction. And it was funny, I got all these cards that had like eyeballs, and I was like, she watches Amber a lot and she tries to, what do you call it? Emulate her, which we all see now that it was true. Anyway, here's Chantal's Queen of Clubs, confidence and strength. And then the Three of Swords. I'm sorry, let me pause and do this. And look at what this one says. Moving beyond sorrow, understanding one's feelings. So what I was getting is that he might have been giving her the silent treatment in some way to manipulate her, or if she's recently done something that bothered him. And he was like, well, I can forgive you. Like, I'm just making this up. Obviously, I wasn't present for any conversation that may or may not have happened, but it's like, I'll forgive you, or we'll be cool if you go and do this thing for me. And look at how this person's like being offered something and she looks a little skeptical of it. And these are on the outside. And the way I read my spreads is that the outside energies are the ones that aren't as strongly influencing the situation. So when she went to do that, for whatever reason, it had something to do with Salah and her choosing to do whatever he was asking her to do. I don't know if he just said like, I guess he could have said, you know, go and do something different. And then with the Three of Swords on the bottom, moving past like heartache and sorrow and all that stuff, it kind of looks like a UFO, which makes me think of like how some people call others like aliens, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I don't know why he would have put her up to it, but I do honestly think that's where it came from in one way or another. And it doesn't seem like she went along with it right away. I think she took a little bit of convincing, but of course, at the end of the day, if the option is to be single or do what a man tells her to do, she's going to go do what he said. And then Lenormand, you read these like a sentence. And when these came out, the key, that was really like the one that made me pause, because the key is like a yes. And it can be a yes for a bad thing, and it can be a yes for a good thing. But what it means is that whatever outcome or whatever's on your mind, it's like certain. The birds, I always get that as like chatter, even though that's not what it says in the book for the birds. The birds is like effort, stress, worry, crosses, burdens, and the letter is pretty literal. It's a message. So reading from left to right, it took a lot of effort, obviously, for her to go up there. For whatever reason, she was burdened, and then she sent a message, some kind of message was given by doing that. Another way I interpret it is that, and then with letter falling under Salah, it's like through her, he got the information he needed so he can like do whatever he's going to do. But I'm going to pull another spread that's a little bit more structured and see if I get more information. So I'll be right back. I just wanted to show you this really quick. When I was, I'm about to shuffle to do the next spread, and I just found it funny that Mountains was on the bottom, another card about challenges and burdens. If it was just something she was doing just cause, why is she burdened by it? Why does it seem like it was weighing heavily on her? Unless now she's scared of like whether she has actually been put on a list or anything. But yep, BRB. Okay, so I shuffled. I have the cards laying face down. I haven't looked at them yet. This is the spread that I decided to do, the Tell It Like It Is spread. And if you want to like pause and read that, I don't know if you really care about Lenormand that much. Let me see. And then on the back, so you can kind of see what this is about. So the first card is going to be what the situation's about. And my question again was, what is the real reason that she went there? And if the real reason that she just went there to pass time, yes, the cards would say that. So it's not like me asking this question is going to force out a negative answer. It can only be a negative answer if that's like what happened. So what is the situation about? Let's flip that one over. Uh-oh. Let's keep going. What isn't it about? That's interesting because we just got that before. But that was in the outcome position before. What it is. This is back to the truth of the matter. Oh my God, look. I swear I shuffled. I usually I'll cut the deck 3 times and then I'll shuffle 3 times and I just choose 4 from the top. Then that again. And then how it turns out. Okay, then on the bottom. Oof. Okay, I'll probably get a clarifier for the coffin because that card it can be pretty literal. But this spread doesn't really have anything in there for what to do with the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to set that to the side for now. We'll come back to that. So what is it about the situation and the issue? I keep wanting to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I can't. Is it going to focus? It's probably not. But I can't deny that this does not look good. So I already know it's like about something eating away at a situation, leading to like the degradation of whatever it's about. So it could be about losing money, be about your relationships falling apart. The key words are loss, degradation, theft, erosion, disease, and worry. Mice voraciously and obsessively nibble away behind the scenes, slowly destroying the stability of a structure, leaving behind a nasty mess. At its core, mice means theft, and it robs, degrades, and dirties the positivity and strength of the cards around it. This is why it's also the card of an army of worries and even a disease. If it's near the siren, you'll recover what's been taken. If it's far, the loss is irretrievable. So there's no signifiers out. Oh, well, there's a child. Okay, so That would be one signifier. I don't know who that would be, but man or woman didn't come out. So I'm just going to read it in relation to like the cards that are out. So letter. The next one for letter is pretty straightforward. It's about communication, email, written, or spoken word. Letter is about communication and is fundamentally positive. However, it can't be positive here because it's next to mice. And then going to number 36. The cross, which we got again, it is about suffering, grief, pain, burden, sorrow, despair. Cross is a heavy burden to bear. It requires fortitude and perseverance. It stops our sirens in their tracks. When near to our sirens, it shows a troublesome process of suffering or grief. Do y'all see why this is alarming? Are you, like, I'm just reading it straight from the book. I haven't even begun to actually start breaking down the spread. I just want to like set like, what would you call it, a foundation for you to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying next. So last one, birds. She is a bird though. Anyway, birds is effort, hard work, stress, distraction, a little elbow grease, never K-word anyone. I don't know how YouTube is going to feel about that, but it's in the book. Oh, let me show you that. There are times when it's necessary to go the extra mile to complete what you set out to do. Yet when birds appears, it go find some aspirin. This card brings stress, distraction, and headache. Tasks become greater than anticipated and to-do lists lengthen. There's one good thing at least. When it's close, birds in frustration will fly away as quickly as they came. Birds also bring an amazing amount of frenetic energy. Harness it to get through this aggravating situation. So whatever reason she went up there for, it wasn't positive. And I don't like that mice came out as what the situation is about, because we read it, and the destroying the stability of a structure, that part really jumped out at me considering what the situation is. And then what it's not about is the letter. Hold on. So I had to clarify the letter because that was really confusing me about, like, it's saying that this is what the situation isn't about. So I can't remember. Why did she say she went up there? I'm just going to read it. So it's funny that this came out, guy and a girl talking to each other, and then the Two of Cups, which is also temperance, which is love. So I don't know if this is necessarily something that she is aware of. I don't know. Let's say if Salah did tell her to go up there and do that, he could have made it sound more pressing and urgent and important for her to do that than what it really was. He could have said he got a letter or something threatening her, or not threatening her, threatening him. But whatever it is, it's not communication. I don't remember her mentioning any sort of communication. The Seven of Swords, the letter card also, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 7. The Seven of Spades, which would be the Seven of Swords in tarot, which would signify deception, manipulation. So if he, whatever reason she was given to go up there, she was torn about it, because this is the Two of Wands, which is being between a choice. The Lover's card was also a choice. Two of Cups, temperance, balancing out, trying to make a balanced decision. So again, temperance can be about choice, and it has the Two of Cups, which is a relationship. So that's why, and then the King of Cups is here again. That is why I'm feeling, or not King of Cups, the King of Pentacles. That is why I am feeling like Salah had something to do with it. But whatever reason he gave her, he lied to her. And then what it is about, again, the cross is in that position. It's reiterating that it is, she went up there burdened. There was a reason that she went up there, and it was weighing on her. I guess if you want to say that her views are going to shit and she just wanted to do something different, you could, I guess, interpret it that way also. The outcome of the situation is a lot of effort. The bird, one bird is pointing back towards the cross. Another another bird is pointing at the coffin. And coffin can be taken literally. Whatever it means is a definitive ending to a situation. It usually is not interpreted positively unless the ending is going to be to like a bad situation, obviously. Let me show you what it says in the book. So, coffin. Keywords: death, serious illness, loss. Coffin is a harbinger of misfortune and should not be misinterpreted as a positive card. It presages the experience of severe and painful endings, serious illness, grief, and loss. So I'm not gonna, oh shit. Sorry, I was gonna stop, but then I saw it has something at the bottom about cross, like right there. If cross falls nearby, our siren must first suffer an ending and grieve the situation before moving forward with their life. So did he threaten to break up with her? Unless she did it, I don't know. Let me clarify coffin, and then we'll be done with that, and you can just speculate in the comments some more about what you think it was about, or if you think this is far-fetched, whatever. Hold on, I'll be back. So I definitely think the coffin card is relevant to the situation, and I'm gonna need your help interpreting it, honestly, because first of all, let me put this upright. I'm not taking that reversed. Six of Cups came out again. That is about reconciliation. It also can be the Lovers. We have this, which is the Seven of Wands, and in the book it says, Seven of Clubs, vigilance, a struggle to stay ahead. Stay ahead of what? I think it could also be staying ahead of the situation. She's going to do whatever Salah tells her to do to keep him. So that is my take on why she went up there. I do have more stuff planned, but this was just, I wanted to do this first. Okay, bye-bye.